So let's play back the last video that I've done. Clip it again and try to play it back. This will be some A. Can you help me, Wanda?
So today is W8.
What time is it now? It started at 5:12 and now it is 5:22. 22 and I'm basically done.
And then you copy the path, click on the bottom,
Save. Let's review the additional detail and see how many 48 steps as we start anew. Add a comment and paste and OK. And finally, the last one is MSN recorder, and I don't want to upload, but I want to play it back. And then go back to my notes and place at the top of the notes the latest and greatest. Now I want to make the playback smaller as I'm listening to it. I hear very well.
No, we don't hear it because you're rinsing your mouth. We don't hear
There's
audio.
no audio. I cannot hear it, but you hear noise. It's telling you that it is working. Save. Will be version B and should be shorter, you understand? B, and we can add that my video equals OK and Loom plus Cyberlink. We're all good enough. Cyberlink you can. What is it called? This cutter that weed whack. Figure on this now. 23, very good. See. Okay. Now, want to go. Shut off all the lights. You take this to the yard. You can follow me if you want and help me narrate it. Just take this and let's go.
Go get the weed.
So now I'm going to get the weed whacker. Also tie up your shirt if you can, so it doesn't catch anything that you don't want it to catch. Come here, please. Now I want to remove the power bank, attach it to the whacker. Yeah, it doesn't work for what reason. Okay. Take it out. Okay. On the way, we'll pick some tools up. The first, the first tool is here. Take this. I have on the other side. Yeah, and open the door too. Thank you.
You want to take another right?
Yeah.
We have enough power.
Okay. Okay. Take all the rakes together. This I want to plant.
You want to do that
Let's
at the
take
end?
no at the beginning. Well, forget about it. Here, hold this together. Here is a good example. There's plenty of space here.
Yeah. But you want to cover it, right, with some leaves?
Later on, yeah. I don't have here and there, both places.
They're big.
There's plenty of space and nothing in them, too. So we can turn it all in here.
You want to rake?
If I want to move some leaves away, then cover it with leaves, you understand? And as I put it in, all kinds of garbage get put
You
inside.
want me to hold the weed whacker? This way you have more room.
Mm.
I just want to put it on the ground.
Well,
Just give it to me.
can I do? Oh, make some space. Because I don't want the animals to come and start digging into it. Okay, so this is done. Now we'll put it back to pick it up on the way back.
Let's start with this
Okay.
weed whacker.
This
You want me to get the clipper too?
this table is good to set up operation here, you know. Remind me to take it back, okay? I need the table to set up operation. You wanted to cut off this tree that started growing into?
Yeah, this be good to trim. You want me to get the shears?
Yeah, get this small, especially the small one.
The small one.
Yeah,
You see how this is already cut?
fine.
Let me get the small shear.
I bring two shears then. Bring the small and the big.
I'll bring it over there.
It's over there
Oh, you didn't
on
put it
the in the entrance. Straight. Okay, straight. One other thing I want to do. One thing that you want always to do Put up rubber bands around the phone, making sure that this phone doesn't get out of control and falls into the various. Don't want it to fall into the garden.
I can cut it myself.
Fine, you can trim it at the root there. Don't do that. Always, everything you do is a mess. Don't throw the scissors the way like that. You're doing everything is a mess. Anything you touch, 5 seconds and there's a mess around. Jeez.
That your phone is with a rubber band.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Just put it up in the. Just put it up in there where I put the. Here, squash it, fold it, and put it up on top. That's all. I don't even know what kind of a tree it is. Looks like, sounds like a tomatoes or something like that. Sounds like a fruit tree. Like a fruit bush of some kind. Okay, it's starting to work, okay? You can go and no, just leave him alone. As long as it's on the side, it's good because it's hiding a little bit. Did you tell Vic not to park here?
I think so.
You have to know what you're saying.
I told him I didn't want him to park here. And he said that guy, one of the roommates, does it here.
Fine.
I have to also make contact.
Sometimes it is good that they park it because it hides part of it.
That's a good idea.
What else do you want me to work? Let's work first what is visible to the public. Why don't you rake? You go and rake the leaves. Fine. Okay. Fine. So bring the rake and start raking them. I'll take care of this. Fine. Done. Finish. Okay. Fine. Go bring the raker and start raking. Let's go. Don't show me. Let's start breaking.
All of this area.
Fine.
Let me show you.
It's fine. Let's go. It's enough.
Let me just show you. Let's do
You
it.
showed me already. Die.
Here, all this here.
That I want to have something left there. I do. What do you want? What? I want to have something left. I don't want to cut it off. It's fine. Leave it alone already. Come on. It's enough. It is trimmed already enough. It is fine. It's enough. Let's go. I want to keep it in. I want to keep the greenery so they don't see the Christmas tree. So fine, the dirt will go in. Will be great fertilizer. Yes. Yes. It's fine.
Here a little bit. Here, and then where it's moved.
Nobody sees this, Sarah. I'm not lazy, Sarah.
And around this. On in here and here.
I'm doing plenty. Stop it already. I want to keep some. Why don't you take a trash can with wheels and do something? That, yeah. It's not enough already. Go away. Come on. Away. Get close to it. Come
No,
on.
right
I want to have some greenery.
here. I know, but here, right in here.
I don't want to get rid of all. Fine, let's go. Come on. I won't work with you if you don't do anything and just talk trash all the time.
Bring another.
Don't bring another. Take it already and get something done instead of talking trash all the time. Hi. Hey, listen, I wanted to ask you something. We're doing some project about forecasting, AI for forecasting. And I wanted to ask you if you know anybody over there that is forecasting the weather using AI. What's the controversy about? Why don't they want to use it? What is the objection? Just a sec. Okay, can you veer to the side for a second? Yeah. Yeah, but why don't they want to use it? What is their objection? Uh huh. Uh huh. But there's nobody that is trying. Actually, I want somebody that actually had experience, not just talking trash. So fine, so we can, and it's experimental. All that we are doing is experimental, and we can do it at the university if she can participate and give us her feedback. That's even better. So maybe we will hire her if she can do anything actually. Let me tell you what we are doing, and you can tell her. What we are doing is we are doing uh, a miniature version that will run on a, you know what is it, local host? What local host means in networking? What do you think local? Okay, what local host means is that you run it locally on your device, on a phone, on a head. This is a head-mounted tablet computer, and it is running Android. And this is an Android phone. We are working on miniature AI that will run on a phone or this, and we can completely lock them from the public, so they would have no. It is 100% secure, and not only that, we train it. We use the LLM, a large language model that is called mini LLM, which means we take the knowledge that they have already and then we install it on a local host, even a Raspberry. You know what a Raspberry Pi is? It's a computer, a PC about this size. It costs less than $100. So we install it on it and we run it locally. And anytime, you know what a web server is? So we can install a web server on the same device. And anytime we want to open the port, then we may provide access to anybody going in and also for the AI to go out. So once we are ready to use it to forecast the weather, for example, we can release it and open it for a limited amount of time and also controlling it. So it is fully controlled. And then when that is working, we can easily accelerate it to a larger model that is like, have you ever used Gemini? And Gemini is Google AI. Have you heard about Copilot? Copilot, all these big companies like Microsoft, they rebrand the same thing. So Microsoft rebranded their AI, called it Copilot. And now they are using Word and any of the spreadsheets. So you're using the old version because the new version comes with the big advantage to the new version is AI built in. You have Copilot built in. So you know what VBA is, Visual Basic for Applications. That is a programming language that is built in all the Office products. But now you can tell AI to write the code for you, so you don't have to know how to code and you don't have to understand programming. You tell the Copilot, write me a code for the spreadsheet to save the spreadsheet and call it Control S for save. And it will write the code for you and test it, and then you just take the code and run it. So this is what the AI is doing now. Especially, the hurricane season is coming, and they projected. Did you see the article that they projected a lot of named hurricanes?
So the problem was giving an example where they screwed up. And this is how stupid they are. Why they don't appreciate AI and where they'll fuck it up. No one, they always thought they knew what went on in the Bible and it wasn't important. They thought it was out there,
But the forecast was not so bad.
No. What we're talking about is assuming you know what the data is forever fucking looking at it. Now, this is why you're not going anywhere.
You don't get the data from the weather report. You don't take the data all the time. You have those planes flying.
I work in hurricane research. We can draw up fucking flight paths. This is how stupid they
So if they go in the wrong path, you mean that they won't get the.
Just listen to me.
Yeah.
Look at it because you have a fucking expert in this one topic.
Uh-huh.
How hurricane research doesn't get complete fucking data. Right? Complete data. And no one can completely define that, but we all know it when we see it. So, any rate, there's the Air Force that flies the C-130s. A lot of times they do a figure 4 like that. Blah, blah, blah. They'll take maximum. Blah, blah, blah. Now, HRD in the 80s, especially James Franklin, Bob Berkeley, later they were with us, started dropping these ODWs out, which was an instrument on a parachute, and it would take measurements.
So, like a balloon?
No, it was just something parachute.
But the parachute, the wind doesn't move the parachute?
It'll be moving exactly with the wind. So you drop it out of the
Oh, so you want it to move with the wind?
Right, yeah, because it's got its GPS position.
Oh, okay.
And so it's going to tell you what the speed horizontally is shortly. But it also has temperature, blah, 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 humidity. Now, they used to think that they had an equation. They thought that's how it would drop off. So as you get from 500 feet down, it just going to get slower and slower because of the friction in the ground.
Uh-huh.
They never measured that. They thought they got it from the fucking Moses. So Mike Black had some extra ODWs for just a normal dropping out. So he started dropping in one flight a lot in the Iowa. They found out they had it all fucking wrong. And this is so important because it showed you got to get the fuck out of a high rise at 150 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet, because we had the wind speeds wrong. They weren't falling off. They'll drop down really close to the ground, but they don't. Now, so there's the humans without any AI fucking up, but the AI would also fuck up. But the humans didn't have an excuse because they put a sample of the data and they did. Now, so there is tons of data which has been gathered over the last 50 years, right?
Yeah, this is what AI is all about. It's tons of data. But the data is incomplete, I understand.
But listen, you don't get it. What I'm handing you this on a silver platter. Because I talked to them about it. They don't want to hear it. Because they don't fucking get it. But they think they know what is important, and you don't know what's important a lot of times, especially if you haven't sampled areas. Now, we tend to work just like they did do the eyewall much. They just wanted to go from the eyewall out and be in different wells. But they didn't do much far out, and they didn't do much very high up. That's important because beyond the melting layer where the water, which later on can melt stuff, the melting layer, but up there at the higher altitudes, that's something that can help you with water and figuring stuff out later. So there's all these regions that weren't sampled, and they could be sampled now, or they were sampled but no one thought it was important. So you need to put complete data into it, right? It's like if you try to train something to recognize in a driving car dangerous conditions in front, and you don't have sample sets of snow.
But it will always be incomplete. This is what AI is designed for, incomplete data.
No, it's not. There are cases where you can't get it. For instance, if you just sample here, my wife, and
and a few seconds,
right,
and then it disappears. So if you don't get these few seconds, you will get biased data.
right. And so, at any rate, so what I'm saying is they do this with every field. And the meteorologists think that they are above IT people, they're above math people, and they just keep clicking along.
To what they know, or what they are familiar with.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So there's a wide open field because they don't know the importance of just gathering the data. They don't think there's real info.
Let me tell you what my email is, and if you can think about it, you don't need to write it down. Believe me.
You know,
Listen to it.
like you don't know what's going on in my life.
I
I got
don't.
that house we bought up in
I have
Central
no idea. You
Florida.
told me about it.
It's Jesus at my age.
If you need help in moving stuff,
It's
don't hesitate to let me know. Because I see you sometimes carrying stuff back and forth. I don't know what you're carrying there, but
yeah.
you have these huge bushes also in the porch.
Yes.
I mean, to carry them is. I know I'm doing gardening work now. It's not easy if it is full of dirt and it is. You got a full tree there in your porch.
Yeah, yeah, you're observant. Yeah.
The
I know.
email. Listen, the email. I have to finish,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we have an
Oh, yeah,
interview.
go ahead, go.
Doctor,
DR.
yeah, doctors with S, like
Doctors?
many doctors. Me and her.
Okay, so it's DOCTOR.
DRS, like Dr. Joe Schmo.
Doctors.
Doctors rush, like rush to the bathroom or the airport
RUSH.
at gmail.com.
So DRSRUSH.
At sign, put an at sign,
Gmail.
gmail.com.
Okay, I'll get back in touch with you. Yeah, so I'll let you know. This woman's name is Laura.
Okay.
She's actually from Taiwan. So she's been with us for some years, and she's good. She's got knowledge.
Yeah, we have an interview online that we have to participate. So tell her about it. We are looking to hire somebody, and we also have presentations in shows that we do online on Zoom. Or physically, there is a show that is coming up at the Miami that is called Emerge. Have you heard about Emerge?
No, but I've been following you. I've touched with everything. It's all been about
Oh, okay. Anyway, so you can tell her that professors of business that specialize in AI, and we are looking to build models like for weather forecasting. We specialize in the stock market, but we found that forecasting other things uses a similar pattern. And my brother is working with Mobile Eye. Have you heard about it? It's a company that went from zero to $16 billion. Okay, fine, fine. I'll join you in a minute. Start. I want to participate. Anyways, this company is called Mobileye. Is a startup. My brother is an electrical engineer. Yes, that developed a special motherboard for a camera for a autonomous. You know what autonomous navigation is? You know when your car helps you park and or can park by itself. That is called navigation. So all the drones in Gaza now are flying autonomously to hit targets. Yes, this is why they kill those people from the food. Those volunteers, because if you don't clear it, the the drone is scanning the area, and when you see something suspicious, yes, criteria which of course are not complete, and they put signs on the roof that this is the kitchen, whatever they call it, free kitchen or something like that. But the problem is they drove at night, and they need a special markers for night visibility. So the drones couldn't read it, and they bombed the cars and killed all of them. And my brother, the company was worth zero. Intel bought it for 16 billion with the B, and all the executives immediately were instant billionaires and millionaires. Intel kept it for a couple of years private, went public for 32 billion. And what it does primarily is AI vision. In other words, they install 5 cameras in the car, and a lot of companies like Honda, what car is this? Toyota, also the Japanese, maybe Toyota is one of them. In the new cars, they have cameras.
Oh,
And
I've been noticing Whole Foods, women making impossible looking parts, and that like is actually deployed.
yeah, it is
Because
deployed.
in these parking I've seen, I don't see guys.
It is deployed under different names. Like Toyota will put their label on it, and Intel resells it to Mercedes and other companies.
Wow, explains the parts I've seen recently.
And all the drones that you see now, they attacked, for example, the Iranian. You remember in the news that the Iranians sent 600 missiles to Israel.
Yes,
So they were all 99 of them were taken down by surface to air uh, missiles that Israel developed based on this navigational system.
wow.
And
What you're telling me is things are getting to do things as well as better than
that's right.
that's the summation of it.
But sometimes the human don't drive it properly and they cause accidents. Tesla killed somebody and they blamed it on my brother's system. So they changed the navigation system. They dropped it is called Mobile Eye, like mobile and eye. So, anyways, but this is based on AI vision. So I'm just giving you examples of the type of things that are now are working in that area. So tell this Laura my email, and if she can contact us,
I will. I will.
I'd like to discuss it with her and see maybe we could do something. We have a lot of research projects, and some of them are funded. So we may be able, if they fire her or she leaves the, whether, what's her background, academically speaking?
She's got her master's, and she did work in AI. And, the problem is that in HRD, they don't, they kind of want, these guys think they can do someone else's field better. Meteorologists think it's not going to work. In other words, the guy who's probably become director of HRD now, he has a different view. He's a sharp guy, but still,
But now you need to collaborate. You cannot, in this area, for example, my brother is an electrical engineer. He designed the fastest chip for Motorola. Remember that they used to have these huge cellular phones that were like a brick? So this is how, when he went out of college, he designed the chips for it, and he was written in the Wall Street Journal and so on. Then he was supposed to be the chief CEO of Motorola Israel, and they didn't gave the job to somebody else. So basically, they told him if you want to be promoted, you have to go to the U.S., and he didn't want to go to the U.S. with the family. So, anyways, he went and he worked for this company that was worth zero, a startup. It was called Mobileye. And he asked me advice. I told him, what, you sit at home, take it instead of getting nothing, at least you do something. And it turned out to $32 billion company. And he's got so much money that he doesn't know what to do with it. So he wanted me to help him get real estate for his children. And this is how I started this project about real estate to broadcast an open house. Did I tell you about it?
yes,
So
it's applications.
this is why I was telling you, because you are interested now. Do you know that there is a woman that has a site that is called Villa Capri, and she specializes in selling and buying properties in Villa Capri?
I don't know. My wife has one in Alicia, which is lined up. I'm going to control the price. I don't want to work out with my wife. So, but Alicia's
But you have no trouble selling it or getting a good price for it?
not. I haven't put it on the market yet because I got to get everything moved out. I just finished my last day 2 weeks ago. My job.
Really? Wow, congratulations.
Yeah. No, I'm under the new pension, and it's part of my Social Security, so I started getting that actually 5 months ago.
But you still have to come and help them a little or do something?
No.
You're completely done.
I'm completely done now. I just want to start getting the federal pension checks. That I'll start getting my first one probably 1 month from now, and they got to shuffle papers and stuff. So probably start off with 60% of what they think it is. Then after they shuffle a lot of papers, they put holy water on it. Then it will be the full
Let me
pension.
know also what you want to sell it for. I may be interested in it too. You
Okay,
know.
I won't be greedy. What I want to do is, and if you agree with me, I'm going to look at that management. Not, and I don't want
It's one loser after the first one was so bad that they couldn't take it, but this one is not much better. For a
so
long time, we were paying the money, and their system claims that they never got it because there was a problem with the website
we haven't solved this one yet.
with the
Like, you know,
payment system.
it's $3,000 a year for us. So I don't know where that's going. Thank God it's so relatively simple. I own that money. But you lose confidence in our
A
court.
couple of the bunch of kids from UM. What do you expect them to do? And every time they fire the hell. And today I saw somebody they had somebody cut the grass a little because those grass and the branches fall from these
Yes,
winds right next to your apartment. They have a bunch of them for months and months. They don't pick it up.
I don't know.
Just take it, pick it up, and dump it in the dumpster or something.
Not the point of my life where I want had it with the government for like 39 years. And I've had it with milk free, and I've also had it with
Look, people are living here not because it is fantastic, because it is close to UM and they can walk to work.
so for those that want to buy it, for me, we have a house with a neighbor in Central Florida.
Yeah, you
My
told
wife,
me.
my wife and I bought a little bit done. I
But
said,
you said that she's staying there already.
yeah, she's been there. So, but I'm going to be, packing the rest of the stuff. Because even by insurance, I had to have a person in there. So she's up there with cats, with most of the furniture.
When do you plan to put it on the market?
Within a day after I get it all cleaned up.
So you're working now. This is what you're doing, carrying. I saw you carrying all
At
kinds.
times, yeah, at times I'm doing that, but at times I'm just trying to straighten out some papers, and we have a ton of weird shit going on that all of a sudden jumped up. We got something from our federal blue shield that our social security number doesn't match her name for the federal blue cross and blue shield. What I think is a private computer program that did use the word whether it was the middle name Sosa or the middle
Oh, I
name
have the
S.
same issue.
No kidding. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
When I came here, they asked me and they didn't put my middle name in. So my real name has a middle name, and they didn't. And at the time, I was the only one in the world, and that was 60 years ago. And since then, all my brothers on their grandchildren, there are dozens of them. And when I search my publications, I find my brothers also publish articles, and they have the same initials, A, and the same last name. And then I went to get a passport, and the woman noticed that my correct name from Israel doesn't match the passport, and it started with the middle name.
but you got thrown eventually.
I'm not completely because I'm not retired yet, so I'm not in your stage yet, but I'm sure that they will have some problem.
So that's what my life is. So I'm going to fight those battles, and then here's the really hard mental stuff I'm going to do. Watch this film, and then I'm going to watch birds singing in the
Fine, but
background.
you have to deal with the real estate, you know.
I'll
And
deal
one
with it.
thing that you don't want to do, if you leave and let them run it without supervision,
No, I'm no, I'm going to.
you never know what will happen.
No, I will sell no matter what.
Yeah, but you want to sell it on solid ground. You know what I mean? And the problem is with those realtors, if you don't supervise them, they're like college kids. You know, I was always growing in a college environment, and we used to rent some apartment. After I got an apartment that I didn't live anymore, and it was all walking distance to the college. Can you imagine students that rent it, and there is a holiday that you make fires? So they decided to try to make a little fire in the bathtub. This is college student, and they started a little fire, and then it broke up and started burning the bathtub and damaging the bathtub. So you never know. And the realtors also, if you don't supervise them and if you are not here, at least once in a while, they do open house and they don't show up, or they show up late and they leave early and they don't show it, and all kinds of problems. This is why I'm telling you about this woman, and this is why we did this project. It is called Now Air Open. And this is also our phone number. Do you understand what a vanity number is?
Oh, I see. So AIR, right?
Now Air Open House. And we're using it also for the university when they want to invite the public. So, what is the area code? Do you understand? The word now. You don't understand. Do you know what is 1-800 mattress? It's a phone. It's called the vanity number. It's a word that spells a phone number. Do you understand? So, what is my phone number? Hey, what is my phone number? Do you remember? What is the area code? Now,
Oh, it's now.
now air open. We are streaming live the open house.
No, I managed to negotiate my wife out of the final decision on the price. Because I have a chance to get away from this board, and I'm definitely not going to rent. I am not going to rent because that traps me with these board. So they will probably pick the wrong vendors, the pipes that are coming up,
There's an assessment of $7,000. Did you get the message?
No, is that for the roof?
I think so.
I know the roof's coming up and there's people
But they
there.
told me that the roof will be more than $100,000. And I was telling them about this company that is doing it so much cheaper. There is a new resin that you just flood the roof with the resin and it dries up and it seals it.
These people are just stupid. To be on the discern between something which you can verify will work and something which is. I wanted to just get rid of them. So my wife has the realtor which we bought it through. His name is Alicia. You know, but that's
How
what
good is she?
it doesn't matter too much as long as I got what I negotiated with my wife. If I like the price I can take, I have no right to say yes or no. That's
So you intend not to open it, to advertise it, not to open it to the public?
no, it'll be open to the public. But this woman is the one my wife wanted to be the.
She would be the listing agent?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so she's a listing agent, but what I got from my wife, which was important to me, was that I'm going to make a decision. Because that decision is never made in a vacuum. It's made within how much aggravation I want to put up. I mean, I really got into some fights with some of the board members here in the last 2 years.
They threatened to sue me.
Well,
Not I
they're
sued. You know, I sued them. I sued them. I sued them and I won. I sued them. I took them to small claims court. Yes. And you know who was my attorney? The resident of my neighbor. He's a lawyer.
Oh, yeah, Thomas.
I think so.
The woman has a
His
1960s.
father owned it, and he was a student at the time that we came. He was a student at UM. He went to law school, and his father owned the apartment. And then after he graduated, he became a lawyer, and he's working in real estate. You should also know him. They were very expensive, but I didn't care so much because the the Cando Commando paid for part of my. We had the decision was to split the cost, so they had to because there was no cause for the all kinds of problems. You know, they wanted to charge me for the plumbing, and the plumbing was inside the wall. So inside the wall, it's not my responsibility. And what so he says, well, it was under your apartment, but there are four more apartments above. And besides, all I did, I fixed my leak in the toilet, and I told them the rest of it is in the wall. So he said, we will fine you and we will sue you. I said, fine. So they wrote, they wrote to their listen, they wrote to their lawyer that they wanted to sue me. The lawyer said, we are not going to file a lawsuit because of it, because it's your responsibility to pay.
That's what I mean. There's such
You know that they had problems with the garage with leaks, right? And Coral Gables was called because it is when you have shit coming down on your car or on you, it is a health hazard. You cannot have it without fixing it. And they didn't want to pay for it in my case. So they said then when they were pressed by Coral Gables that they would get more fine, they paid for it and then they wanted to charge it all to me. I told them, first of all, there are 4 more apartments on top. And secondly, I have verified it and I've fixed my problem. And now it is your problem. And anyways,
I can't deal with these people. There's logic and reason, and them doing a reasonable amount of study and find out what's accepted practices.
did you hear that they made an appointment without telling us in advance? They have to tell you 24 hours in advance. They made a meeting on Zoom and they had to cancel the meeting. And the title of the meeting will be to fine residents. They want to fine me because they claim that one of my tenants is subleasing a room. And according to their regulation, you are not allowed to sublease. Did you know that? So they are threatening to fine me, and I have to tell my tenant that if you are going to have anybody live there, they have to sign a contract and go for the interview. And they don't give you an interview right away. You can wait months sometimes. They're supposed to give you in 2 weeks an interview to a new tenant applicant. Sometimes they have issues, so they don't. I had a tenant that was waiting for more than a month, a university professor. So it's not some idiot off the street. Anyways, there are a lot of issues.
I know I'm going to run this part. I'm going to get away from
But in the meantime, you have to figure out and fix the problem here. You don't want to neglect.
Oh no, I'm going to be out of here in a month. Month and a half.
So you're going to put it on the market and sell it within a month. That's what you're planning to do.
I'm planning to do. I hear there's no one better for sale right
I have two.
now. Have you on the market actually?
No, no. But I told people like yourself, I'm telling you that at the same time, it is an opportunity if the price is right, because I think that I eventually will demolish it because it has so much infrastructure problem.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to. It's not if you're going to buy it, I'm going to tell you the truth anyway. Um, I have a nice pension coming, and I can't waste years of my life being aggravated.
Yeah, I
So
know.
I'm
This is why I'm considering selling everything. I didn't put it on the market,
look, you
but
and
my
I.
situation is the same. I've been in this university for 50 years, and I have a nice pension. Plus, all the medical, they have a medical hospital and everything. We get a very good deal with when we are in the network of the university.
So you have a great thing there.
Yes,
And then the other thing is if you think the basic asset allocation, you don't have to have all your money in real estate.
fine, but now you don't want to get cheated of your properties, you
Oh
know?
no, but this is just one property, and I know the parameters. I
Don't you
know
have 2 properties?
no one.
So the other one you are renting, you are.
Yes, I was paying rent in the other one. I never forever because that was important. I love the location of that.
So the one that has bushes is yours, or the other one is yours? The one that has bushes in the porch,
On the back side.
on this side.
No, on this side, I don't have any. That was when I was paying rent.
Okay.
So I have.
So you moved out of it already?
Yes, yeah, the one I was paying rent. I moved out of that.
So you stay now in the other on the other side,
Yeah, the one I own on the back side. I own that on the back side. That's 221.
and it doesn't have bushes in the.
Yes, it has. You'll see it has bushes on top and on the balcony. So
Yeah, on the balcony. That's what I'm talking about. Both of them had bushes on the
yeah,
balcony.
it's right. Yeah, but the one that I have is right behind
Behind Fridays, right? Marcella, you remember Marcella? Used to live there in the corner. This old woman. She had cancer and she passed away. Just in the corner, the last one, right in the corner across from TGI.
Oh God, yeah, I know her daughter. Right.
Right, her
Yes.
daughter took it over. Right.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My apartment is two apartments down.
Okay.
One next
Yeah,
door,
I
the
know.
next one
Right.
down. So the whole thing here is pretty simple. I'll sell it for a reasonable price, and then I'm going to get on with my life. That's 69 weeks. And fighting with idiots is not a pleasure. It just doesn't. You win it if you lose. I have an acre of land around my house. Everyone around my
Yeah, you
house.
told me. But what do you intend to do? This Alicia is, you definitely want her to sell it?
Yeah, I don't have a choice like that.
Okay, but there is another.
My wife and I already made a deal. You gotta understand, my wife is wacko, a great person, but they respected her when I was in the motorcycle club. She used to run with the son of one of the first contractors. And she was wacko. My wife. The deal with her is a deal. So the deal is, we use Alicia and she'll complain.
But she's the listing agent.
And she'll get over
So you can have another realtor that brings a client and that will
that'll
be
be Alicia's business.
okay.
But but what I negotiate out of it was I can accept the price lower than Alicia wants.
And it is clear or there is
Oh, other than there's this $3,000 stuff that they don't have
do
on
you
record.
prefer a cash buyer?
Not really. I already checked with someone, so it doesn't matter.
No, because if you get a credit, then there is an issue of paying the loans, and if they are in financial problem or they've done some shenanigans, you may have some issues. You know,
They have to, at the closing, my understanding is they have to, I mean, at the closing, they either hand us a check or they don't. And then if they don't, then it depends on, I guess, what the contract is, a penalty if they didn't. You know what I mean? They couldn't, come up with the money that day. So, um, that'll be a
when I have to
deal.
go to this meeting. Anyways, you got my email,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
you
and
know
I'll catch you.
my phone number. You want to write it down? You wrote it on a piece of paper. Now air open. Write down the words, and I'll give you also the. I'll convert it for you if you cannot convert it correctly.
Yeah, I've been so much going on that I can't.
Now air open. Can you spell it
I
correctly?
don't have my.
You put it in the inside this thing in the middle. You had the piece of paper. Why don't you open it and put it next to it? You put my email there. Yes, in a piece of paper. So write it down. You have a pen. Just write it on a piece of paper first, and then you copy it. Write the word now. NOW. Air. AIR. Now air open. OPEN. Now air open.
Yes.
Now let me translate. Can you translate now to digits? What is the area code?
Oh, you're looking at phone.
Imagine to yourself the dialer. What is the letter N? What numbers does it have on it?
I don't know, but I'll find out.
MNO. It goes with the alphabet. You understand? Can you?
Oh, there's three on A,
You, you
and
can,
there's three on
that's
B,
right.
and three on C. So A, B, C is on the first one.
No, the first one doesn't have anything. Number 2 is ABC. But never mind, right? Let's work on now. Okay, now is 669. N is 6, and O is 6, and W is 9. You understand how it works?
Yes. I will when I
So
leave.
tell me what is air. Can you figure it out?
No, not yet.
So write it down then. 2, A is 2, I just told you. So the first 3 digits of the number is air, right? 247.
And then open. I say I've been doing so much.
Don't worry about it. Let's focus on one thing at a time. So open is 6, O is 6, P is 7, 6, 7, EN is 3, 6.
Wait. Just give me the number for O.
6,
Okay. The letter for P.
7,
Okay. The letter for E.
3,
Okay. And then
6.
okay, so this is 6692476
Right.
Okay, good. Yeah. No, you don't have. When I told you, I'm beat up from all this stuff.
It seems like you really are stressed, man.
No, you don't. You can't imagine.
Of course, I have no idea what's going on with you. You know, all the time that we meet is like this. You know.
No, it's a combination of things. We had.
You want to take my wife's number too? Let me give you her cell number. Spells the psycho. Write down on the other side of the paper, maybe. Write the word. Can you spell the psycho? Spell it. TH. I don't remember the number. That's the problem. I remember the words. The psycho. THE. Yes. Psych is PSY. Psych. CH. And CO is CO. Now let me convert it to digits for you.
So this is God and then PSYCHCO.
Like co, like .com or .co. It's a domain name extension. Now the word the, H is 8. I mean, T, excuse me, is 8. H is the 4. And E is 3. So 843 is the area code. Then the first 3 digits, 779. CHCO is 2426. 2426, the last 4 digits.
That's ours.
Right, and this is a cell number as opposed to the first one is a landline. The psycho is a landline, so you cannot text to it. The second one you can text to it.
And what I've been telling you for a long time is the truth. You know, we have the Civil War going on over there.
Man, you should really take a rest a little. You seem to be so overstressed.
No, that's exactly what
It's
I'm
really,
doing.
it will kill you, man.
No, but some things have to be done and done right and done quick. And you know, we had a chance to buy a good place up there, but there were a lot of things I had to do. There's just been a lot of stuff. I had some loyalty to the modeling group. I had helped them fight some battles against the side of evil. We had unbelievable sexual harassment going on. So I had a resolution on that. People.
I work as an expert witness for a lot of cases of sexual harassment and discrimination.
You know, we had people 2 years up trying to say that this PS-15 scientist, they didn't find the evidence of it, even though a lot of women claimed that he had, and that one of his girlfriends was promoted to deputy director, and all she had was a master's degree, and it was a award-winning master's degree.
Yeah, but he can claim that she's not his girlfriend. To
Everyone
prove
knows
it,
there was even an email she sent him going in Romeo. He's the one in question that was chasing all the women. And we have 3 women who absolutely said that he was molesting them.
really.
Yeah.
But it's a very difficult because it's she said, he said, she said, you know.
We got a lot of women saying it.
Oh, it's like Donald Trump. You see, he's running for president. And he has 30 women, and one of them even won the lawsuit.
No, it's life in the government is not just I got to take a break, and then I built a break. And they took 4 months working on my balcony. I was carrying my plants in the balcony at night. I mean, in the morning before the men came, and then carrying them back out.
And sometimes they will tell you that they will come, and then they don't
No,
come.
I never know, really. So for 4 months, I guess we had to pull them away.
And you carry them by yourself. Jesus.
So yeah, and they dirty drugs, and dealing with people I tried to talk about things fire alarms. They still
Oh, the fire alarm goes up. Did you see that the other night that it went up?
what was this?
I don't know, but I went out and there was the fire department and the people from the. It went out for a false reason, but the fire alarm came and we made the whole big deal. And they still didn't close the holes in the ceiling because it there are issues with the fire alarm. It's not working properly. When is the 7,000 due? Did you get the information that no? Oh, so it'd be good if you can sell it before. All right, stay well and let me know when there is a price or something and it goes on the market. Let me know. I also work. I don't this project that I told you about the open house for real estate. I'm working with the real estate agency and a contractor that is a contractor plus a real estate agent. So if you want me, I'll pass it on to them.
No, I need to deal with my wife. My wife grew up with people dying around her, and she knows these people don't like me because her fucking we were down here, and she was right in the middle. She had to take her brother when they grabbed the hold of through the 70s and grabbed the hold of him and forced him to fight, and she got the fuck out of there. She's a stone cold killer. If I make a deal with her, it's a deal. These people
I don't know what you deal, but you're going to put it on the market. Oh, Alicia will put it on the market.
Alicia will put it on the market, and then you will just talk to Alicia, and they'll talk to me, and they'll give your name to Alicia.
Fine, if they have an open house.
And what and however much it doesn't matter. It's on the market. You tell Alicia, and then I'll know too.
Yeah, the more people know about it, you're better off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm not going to be greedy.
No, it doesn't matter if you're greedy or not. You always want to have more opportunities to get rid of it already. Because if you wait too long, you'll have to pay the $7,000. And you move it, you throw it. What do you do with all the flowers and everything else? If you want to drop some things in our yard, you can drop them in the yard, and then later on, when you have time, because some of them I saw so bushy and so big, they grew like the one on the other side looks like a full banana tree or
Oh
something
no,
like that.
that's not mine. That's the other neighbor's section.
Oh, you were at the next door?
Yeah,
But those flowers, look at our yard. Look at these trees that are growing from somebody threw some seeds from this fruit, papaya, and look at the huge tree that it grew. Actually, I cut it down because Coral Gables told me that they don't like to have fruit trees. Anyway, so if you need to drop a few plants and you want to take them later, I'll let you use my yard.
no, they'll be going up there shortly, but
It's just an opportunity, You don't have to use it, but it's always nice to have another option. If then the last minute you get stuck, you're under pressure, you can dump it here and then come back and take it later.
I can tell you right now, I won't ask over
Hmm?
I won't hold above 160.
And also, I have a few apartments here, 3 apartments that I can also park them there if you like. I don't think that the students will object.
But I can get them up rise.
Because just to put them in your car and to carry them across the street is a challenge.
Kind of, but I'm still strong. But what I'll do is I'll get a little
All right. Well, good luck, and it's good to see when you have to rest a little. It seems to me that you're overstressed.
it was a civil war.
So it's good that you're out of that for sure.
Say again?
it's good that you retired and you're out of
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
if there will be a lawsuit, they can subpoena you.
So, that guy, we know one girl that people want to rat her out because she's afraid of her family. One young girl, she might have been 18, she was a student, and she came running over to Nancy Brennan's office, and Nancy brought her husband, the girl gave some kind of careful answer. Nancy and Joe never told the girl what to say. She wanted to cut her.
But sometimes you think that you have nothing to do with it, and the lawyer's strategy is dilly dally and stall, so they start subpoenaing everybody in the vicinity just to drag it a little longer.
But once, but this is my impression now. But that's what kind of behind the job. But now it's getting rid of my money on legal protection and contracts. That's what my great habit is. Because I don't have that. I'm not an HOA on my life.
It's good that you have to worry only about one apartment.
Just one. That's it. Oh God. Yeah, you say you got a couple still.
Yeah. Well, I'll let her know if there's some. This season is not so bad because new faculty and new administrators are coming on board. They usually hire them in the summer for the fall. So these people are looking to walk to camp to walk to campus, so the administration building is the tower. And you want to find people like that because first of all they are reliable, and secondly they can afford to pay. You don't have to worry about them going into bankruptcy before they finish the transaction.
Yeah, well, that is.
So, anyways, good luck
All right, thanks.
and stay well.
Will
Be
do.
what's your health? Record video. Navigate home.